We're with Mike Schuback, the Old Forge football coach here on the Mendola show. And Mike, big weekend coming up. Get to work with some area young kids, and this is always a great event in July.
Yeah, we usually do this the week before we go to our team football camp. We run a free, no charge youth football camp sponsored by our Gridiron Alumni Club, and it's to benefit the young kids in our town that want to play junior football.
Of course, trying to get that word out to kids to play football. Things are changing, and we want to keep kids in a positive light with the game of football. We'll talk about keeping that light going for kids and seeing some of these kids go on to high school and do successful stuff at your program and other programs in our area.
Yeah, I mean, football has taken a beating the last couple of years with the negative things. I don't know if they're talking so much about the positive things, unlike the guys that are involved in it that see the long arms that branches out through alumni-based functions and jobs and opportunities in college, and even furthermore down the line. You get to work with fabulous kids. I mean, I'm doing this 20-some years now, and there's a lot of great kids and a lot of great people I've met throughout the playing and being a part of football. I don't think we talk enough about that, but we're trying to put a lot of emphasis on the team aspect of things, the camaraderie, the stuff that you can't get in the one-on-one sport, and the accountability issues. We're dealing with some of that now this off season. It's always a little bit of a struggle trying to organize things because we're spread so thin as a single A school, but it is a great sport. I think it's the greatest team sport, but I do believe it is very demanding of the young men. So it always has its pros and cons.
Let's talk about what these kids are going to get this weekend. They're going to get a T-shirt right off the bat. You said It's free.
Yeah.
They're going to have a lot of fun. I'm sure they're going to get some food along the way, and they're going to get some good coaching too.
Well, our coaching staff tries to take part in this as much as they can and instill the fundamentals of it. We try to do a lot of tackling things and try to explain to the kids the proper ways of technique. It's very difficult to sit down with 8, 9, 10-year-olds about specific positions and things of that nature because of the expansion of the game, where they're at mentally and whatnot. And just to have them out there with their friends right before their start of their season, like practice starts for them immediately following the camp, and their coaches come down and we have a little chalk talk with them. Any questions they have, we are very open to them. We exchange emails with them, our phone numbers. They could contact us at any time. We also let them use our facility during the season. When they get into the playoffs, they get to practice under the lights. So we're trying to get these kids to understand that there is some fundamentals things to be a part of playing football, and try to get them involved as much as possible and let them see our varsity coaches' faces. So when they come there on a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon, they know who we are, they've seen us, talk to them, we've been a part of what they're doing. And again, I can't stress enough that it's free. Like, we don't want to charge anybody for this because it's a big thing for the youth of our town. A lot of single parents can't pay. Our Gridiron Club provides a T-shirt for them. The boosters and the quarterbacks club, they might provide drinks and snacks and things of that nature. So it's a big effort on our part and our club and our program to extend a hand to the youth of our town.
They get to look up to some of these Old Forge football players and say, we all did that. I think when we were young, looked up to a certain player and you want to be like them. Talk about your football team and having some of those guys around as well.
John, that's a great point, because now you look back in it and say, all right, a Tommy Soyevan and a Brett Wargo and Anthony Rios are seniors this year, and those guys were part of that camp, and Adam Sammons, they were part of that camp when they were juniors in our town. And I remember when Rios, his team, I think, went to the Super Bowl that year or whatever it was, and so it's good for those kids when they were in midget or junior football. We had the likes of my son and Ryan Polish and Joey Bruno, these Jake Minetti. These are captains of their college football programs. These are kids that are established at the level they're playing, and they all got so many things that came out of playing football. They were a part of that camp. They were showing the kids how to tackle a bag or how to hold a football and how to throw a football, and those are the little things that I believe people are missing in this. And another thing is, it's an open door for the families to meet us, to talk to us, to get a gauge on how their kids are. Everybody's worried about sports these days, about involvement, And we're very open to that. We try to extend ourselves to the families as much as possible. And then there does come a time where you got to close the gates and practice, you know, and do things in-house. But in the summer, you want to be accessible, you know.
So it is this Saturday, July 14th. What time will kids be able to show up and start the day?
Well, usually around noon we like to start it, even though it's a little bit warmer then, but we try to, you know, hopefully they get up, they have a good day's rest, and then they could get there and start the function. And like I said, it's been a really good turnout for us the last 5 or 6 years, so we really have fun with it.
Mike Schuback from Old Forge with the youth football camp this weekend here in the pizza capital of the world. Mike, enjoy the rest of your summer and good luck at team camp.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it.